In the early 8th century, the Umayyad Caliphate assembled its armies at the gates of Constantinople, confident in conquest. The great city teetered, its legendary walls rattled, and the future of Europe hung in balance. During this perilous moment, an unexpected champion arose, not from the mighty empire, but from the fresh plains north of the Balkans, a Bulgar Khan named Tervel. He would go on to carry an imperial title and inflict a blow that shaped history. From the Julo clan, Tervel inherited Bulgaria at the time of its birth as a power under his father, Asparuch. Medieval sources like the Nominalia of the Bulgarian Khans record 21 years of rule, a reign of consolidation and ambition. Raised as a pagan among steppe warriors, he later melded Bulgar tradition with Christian alliance, an aristocrat bridging two worlds. He would become the first foreign Caesar in Byzantine history. When Justinian II, deposed from the Byzantine throne, fled into exile in 704, Tervel made a calculated offer. 15,000 horsemen would accompany him to Constantinople on Tervel's conditions. In 705, after swift advance, Justinian reclaimed his throne. In return, Tervel received lands in Thrace Zagor, a cache of silks and gold, and astonishingly, the emperor conferred upon him the title Caesar, placing him second only to the emperor, and forever marking him as a power broker in Christian Europe. Just 3 years later, Justinian attempted reconquest of the Zagor region. In 708, at the Battle of Anchialus, Tervel orchestrated a classic encirclement. Bulgarian cavalry struck Byzantine scouts on both wings, while infantry overwhelmed the camp. The result was devastating for Byzantium, heavy losses, and the emperor escaping in disgrace. The victory reaffirmed the southern frontier of Bulgaria. By 716, Byzantium was again destabilized. Theodosius III sued for peace. The Treaty of 716, likely negotiated by Tervel or his trusted representative, formalized Bulgaria's possession of Zagor, affirmed Byzantine tribute and trade access, and mandated extradition of political refugees, solidifying Bulgaria's strategic advantage and diplomatic prestige. The defining moment came in 717–718, as the Umayyad Caliphate launched a full land and sea siege on Constantinople. Emperor Leo III the Isaurian, lacking reserves, sent an urgent plea and Tervel answered. His forces struck the Arab rear, hacking through their encamped legions in a night assault. Contemporary chroniclers record at least 22,000 Arab fatalities. Some accounts mention up to 30,000. Combined with Greek fire decimating the fleet, the Arabs retreated in disarray. It was a turning point. Europe survived because Tervel stood with Byzantium. Wikipedia 5. Tervel's legacy endures in stone at Madara, where the monumental Madara rider relief depicts a horseman piercing a lion beneath a bird of prey. Dated approximately 705–710 AD, the Greek inscriptions identify the Khan and commemorate early Bulgar victories, likely erected during Tervel's reign as a triumphant symbol of statehood and divine favor. Of all Bulgar kings, only Tervel is attested through portraiture and monograms on his surviving lead seal, preserved with the Greek inscription, Mother of God, protect Caesar Tervel. On one side is a bearded ruler with spear and shield. On the other, a cross monogram, 6-pointed stars flank his figure, possibly the earliest preserved Bulgarian heraldry. Though overshadowed by later Western emperors in modern memory, Bulgar and even recovery narratives call him the savior of Europe and Christianity. His seal, his treaties, his battlefield decisions, his relief in stone, each a chapter of a story that fuses mythic valor with diplomatic triumph. Centuries before Charles Martel or Charlemagne, Tervel defended a collapsing Christian frontier, and did so as Caesar, as royal consul, as bulwark between trans-Balkan darkness and the mornings of a civilizational dawn.